Welcome back, everyone, to the Colorado Rockies franchise. The last time that I left you guys was way back in September of 2025. And it was off of this walk-off home run, thanks to Joe Adell, a big free agent signing. We just haven't been playing that great. Have not been really pulling out a really good brand of baseball here in Colorado. Sub 500 record here after that walk-off victory. We simulate couple of weeks here in June, and we're still below 500. We're currently at 33 and 39. We got this series here against the Royals. Bottom of the ninth situation. Another walk-off extra base knock there for Nolan Arenado. And as the GM of these Rockies, I'm looking at this like we've still got some fight in this roster. We've had a couple of walk-offs in the last couple of weeks, and we're still playing underneath 500. And I look across the roster, and I'm thinking, what in the heck is the problem here? And I go back to one of our opening day games in the last episode, actually, against Houston. We had a problem with our bullpen, and I kind of like our bullpen heading into this season, but things have just not really shaped out. Alex Lane above a 7.8 ERA, so we're going to DFA him and try to find another home for him. And looking across the major leagues and seeing some of these trade suggestions, I'm not really feeling much of it. But we're actually going to go out here to the Chicago White Sox and think, maybe, do we want to acquire something cheap? Something cheap, somebody that's got some stuff. And I think this Justin Anderson has just enough stuff where, we're thinking about cutting Alex Lane anyway and just get something from him, right? Just get something from the White Sox. So we do get Justin Anderson. So we'll move him down to AAA. And you saw another acquisition there with the Toronto Blue Jays. We did get Carmen Malzinski, normally part of the Pittsburgh Pirates organization in real life. And I do like his stuff. So we're going to acquire him from the Blue Jays. We traded Warming Bernabel. This guy who's pretty decent in overall. He has progressed, but didn't seem like a guy that was really going to crack our lineup. And take a look at what we got going on here. What a great play by Michael Toglia at first base to close this game out against the Tampa Bay Rays. Hard hit ball. I mean, that could have maybe potentially derailed our season. But Malzinski comes out and gets his first save in the Rockies pinstripes, holding on to that 2-0 lead. Look at that play. Beautiful job there by Michael Toglia. And then the wherewithal to say, you know what? I do have time to get that runner at first base instead of trying to do something crazy. So we do get a nice victory there, 2-0. And it got a little dicey there at the end. Malzinski had to come into that inning and get 2 outs, and he did just that to clear the save. Now, again, in the month of June, we did come on. I see a lot of green in the last couple of weeks there. So I'm impressed with our team and how we fought back, but we still are underneath 500 at 43 and 47. And it's just in time for the MLB draft, and I'm going to go ahead and simulate here just to get to our picks. Now, we haven't really talked too much about any of these guys that are inside that top 15, but just giving you a little quick rundown just in case we do run into any of these players down the road. And honestly, for me, I'm thinking here at pick number 20, it's really going to have to be best player available. And whether that's a pitcher, whether that's a positional player, doesn't really matter too much to me. I think that I would prefer a positional player, like maybe Garrett Hoffman. He does look like he's got some tools there as far as contact and fielding goes. Not very big on the power. But you also got Sean Valenzuela here. He's 6 foot, 18 years old, right-handed thrower. He's got 4 pitches, which I like. But we are going to go with Garrett Hoffman. And it's only simply because I do feel like we need some more positional players that have been drafted in this organization. We have really gone heavy into pitching. And we do end up finding this guy, Alex Guzman, an international player, and he's 18 years old as well. But he looks like he's got some good potential. We'll take a shot there. We've also got Giancarlo Cano, 21 years old, and he's a right-handed throw at 6'2". Some nice mixes there, pretty traditional mix with 4-seam, curve, change, and a slider. And we'll go ahead and take him as well. And I'm really trying to stick to the players that have the most scouting progress here. And you know what? Let's go ahead and take this international relief pitcher. I never like to go after relievers here, but we've really been avoiding it for a long time, for a few years, and I think that's probably just the best route to go. There's nothing else there that really catches my eye, so we'll go with Lonnie Urban, a left-handed reliever. Just again, really focus on that pitching, get some more bullpen help, a position that we've really been avoiding. So taking a look here, a couple guys. You got Ramon Cruz, third base prospect, decent hitter. I think I like his numbers as far as like a late round draft pick is concerned. So we're now in round number 5. We got Prince Thompson, 19 years old, potential, 62 to 74. I'm not totally against it. And when we're going to go after this guy here, Richie Guerrero, a reliever. Again, focusing on the relievers. A couple trades happening around our league. We got Ryan Walker going to the Royals and James Wood heading out to Baltimore. Rockies, currently 18 games back in the West, but only 2.5 back in the wild card. So we do sim, again, pretty heavy in the month of July, and we are now above 500, which is awesome. I mean, this team has really come on. So I look at that like all of the walk-off wins, the late games, the bullpen fix. I think it's working, right? At least I think so. 58 and 54 is where we currently stand. So I'm happy with that. We're also here at the trade deadline, so we got to start looking at some moves here. Honestly, I think this is a great package. You get Mason Miller as a closer. Again, we're trying to fix that bullpen. And Joey Estes, who isn't too bad, but we do have to give up Juan Nava. He was our first pick, our first draft pick way back in season 1. He's now 21 years old. He's up to an 82. Again, that size. I love the size. 6'3", 207 from Venezuela. Ooh, maybe bad timing there. But we do also have an opportunity to go get Mitch Spence for a little bit of a cheaper pitcher that we could offload, and that would be Jaden Hill. He's a guy that could never quite crack the lineup. He's been up, he's been down, he's been on the spring training roster, he's been trying to give some extra looks, and he's never quite made it on our roster. And I look at this like, yeah, why wouldn't we do this? You get Mitch Spence, a B potential, 80 overall. Age is pretty similar to Jaden Hill, but we do want to give him a little extra. So we're going to give Wade Stoss and John Wimmer, shortstop and a catcher, which are two positions that they say that they need, and they get, a decent pitcher back with Jaden Hill. But I think it's a sneaky little ad for us. Mitch Spence should be pretty solid. Now, Logan O'Hoppe is a player that I've been eyeing in this franchise series for quite a while, and I've been really trying to give Hunter Goodman the opportunity and the benefit of the doubt. He's been our catcher since we started this whole thing, but he really hasn't done it. He hasn't gotten it done in the starts that he's been given, in the chances that he's been given. So we're going to go out and we're going to go get Logan O'Hoppe from the Angels. He's at a 1-year deal that's left with $7.1 million. It's not the worst thing in the world. I think we can take that on. And he's going to supply us a lot of pop. He's going to supply us a little bit more offense as well. He's hitting 265 so far this year. And we're not going to give up a ton, but it makes sense for the Angels why they want to offload him. Now, looking at our draft, and we've done a really, really great job with our draft in the last couple of seasons. I think every draft I've been happy with. We just don't seem to miss, which is amazing. Like, Guzman's good. He's a 62B at 18 years old. I will take that all day long. You got our outfielder there, Garrett Hoffman. His potential is very, very high. You got Cano is also a B potential as well. I love our scouting department. It pays to do the work. It pays to pay your scouts, to pay for the top-end scouts. You want to get guys with high efficiency, high discovery, maybe not so much high discovery, but you know what I mean. In the 90s, you want positional players and your pitchers. You want those position-focused in the upper 90s at least, or a good balance between the two of them. Now, quickly zooming through the rest of the league and just kind of eyeballing it here, I feel like we had the best draft. Across everybody. There are some decent drafts here across the league, but like the Mariners, got a lot of C potentials mixing in on each roster. So we had a ton of Bs, which is what I like to see. Bs and As are what I like to see. And I mean, look at that. We only really missed on Prince Thompson. I think he's down in the 69 range is where he was, as a D potential. Now looking ahead here in the month of August, we are 5 games above 500. And we will simulate the Miami series here. This section right here between Arizona and Colorado, that's a huge, huge series. Just look at the records when you see it. 67 and 51 for the Diamondbacks, 62 and 56 for our Rockies. So this is a huge series for us. NL West opponents trying to shoot for wild card positioning because we know that the Dodgers are having a great season this year. So it doesn't look like we're going to have a chance at winning the division, either of these two teams. But you only take so many wild card teams, so we got to find a way to get this thing done. All right, top of the first, we got Mitch Spence going up against Brandon Pfaadt. And take a look here. Chris Gentry makes an unbelievable play in left field, and we double up McCarthy. Where was he going? Take one more look here. So he's rounding second. He's taking a look here. He actually stops and then goes. He thought that ball was over Gentry's head. Hits the cutoff man in time. That's Tovar. And then the scoop there by Tolia in the back end, getting the double play. You love to see it. How about Adell here in left? Actually, that's Joe Adell. My bad. It is not Gentry. That's Joe Adell making plays out there defensively. I love to see it. My bad. My bad. Well, let's jump now to Brandon Pfaadt. We got bottom second, base hit right past both people's heads there. The umpire and Brandon Pfaadt gives up a base knock there to Nolan Arenado. Drives in a run, the game's first run on either side. How about Joe Adell? Ground ball here to Perdomo, swinging it out to second, back over to first. Not in time. Double play avoided. Joe Adell making more plays here with the stick in the legs. 2-0 here for Mitch Spence. 2 outs. Michael Tolia makes the play at first, and we are through 3 innings, scoreless for Mitch Spence. Well, bottom third, Pfaadt to Schwarber. That's a gap shot. That's going to score another run. We'll see. Got some strong arms out there for the D-backs. Schwarber comes into second. It is now 3-0. Another ribby for the Rockies. Love it. A run per inning is what we're averaging. I love to see it. Now, how about Chris Gentry? Deep drive. Has this got a chance? It didn't look like he got all of it. Nope, it's just going to fall a little bit short. That actually looked like it went over the wall. Like it hopped right on the top of the yellow line. No such luck there for Gentry. Doesn't get a double, ground rule double, but instead he will get a triple. So I guess actually that is a little bit more lucky than originally thought. Like he would not take a ground rule double there. You're going to take your triple. RBI triple there for Gentry, making it 4-0. They will get a run here, 4-1. And is this where the wheels are starting to fall off here? Well, strong throw coming in from Daxon Jet, but he throws it to third instead of second, and now we're out of the double play situation. So it's just little things for championship caliber teams here. But nice play there by Tolia, but I don't know. He throws to home instead of taking the play at first. Like we had Spence covering first. I don't know. It was going to be tough no matter what. His momentum was carrying him towards home plate. But Spence does come through and gets his 5th strikeout here. And that is actually going to do it. So Mitch Spence has a decent outing here today against the D-backs. But now we will turn to Emerson Hancock, who's actually been not too bad this season. How about O'Hoppe? He's got a shot here to gun the runner out. Not enough time. Too speedy. Is Corbin Carroll, as usual. Like he's definitely going to swipe that back. 2-2 pitch here. Hancock to Del Castillo. And Joe Adell is there to make the catch. End of the 4th. We got to hang tight. Got to hang tight. Take a look at this in the standings. Wild card, we're 2 games back. 14.5 back in the NL West. So there is no chance. You saw both the D-backs and the Rockies standings in the NL West. There's no chance we're going to win that division, given that it's the month of August. Like, we got to be vying for wild card positioning. Daxon Jet hits a 2-run shot, making it 6-2. Love to see that. That's a good ball to hit. Beautiful swing. I don't know how he took that to the pull side. It looked like he was a little late on the swing, but we will take it. It is 6-2, and then Carmen Maldzinski comes on. He's 9 of 10 in save situations. This one might be considered a save spot just because it is top of the 9th. It is a 4-run lead, but that runner was in scoring position. So we'll see how they score this one, but either way, he comes in, locks this thing down, and it is not. They did not give him the save. He must have come in at the top of the 9th exactly and got all 3 outs. So I do want to kind of work him in just to get him used to those Rocky pinstripes since he's been playing for some bad teams. It's kind of funny to say that the Rockies are actually a good team, right? Well, we will win the series against the D-backs here. We'll simulate here against Baltimore and then get up to the Arizona series as well. So we do lose the series against Baltimore 2-1. We will sweep the Diamondbacks, which is crazy to me. We sweep, And then as we keep on simulating, we win the series against the Cardinals. And this one I was kind of hemming and hawing a little bit. Like, do we want to play it? In the critical moment, we decide that we're going to sim it. We sweep the Cardinals as well. So we are on a 7-game winning streak. And that gets us right into the wild card spot there. We're up a game and a half on the D-backs. So that game that we played and the sweep there is looming large for both organizations. Love to see it. Well, as we continue on in our season, we get the Yankees coming to town, and we will walk it off yet again thanks to Nolan Jones. This team has a flair for the dramatic. We're one of the hottest teams in all of baseball here in the late summer months. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is what champions are made of right here. We find ways to win. We find ways to sneak in. We've seen it so many times in the world of sports. Teams that shouldn't, quote unquote, shouldn't, per the fans, they shouldn't be in the position that they're in. They shouldn't be in the playoffs. But we get there, we stay hot, we do what we need to do, and the rest is history. Now, take a look at this. We have 87 wins, guys, and yet still we are in the final spot for the wild card. So these games are very important. Right now, it's a tied series against the Reds. They're not in playoff contention. But Tommy Cloutier, my friend, it is bases juiced with 1 out. And against Santillan. Swung on and missed. A little late on the 97. Actually, very late. This is per MLB The Show's timing tracker, if you will, the pitch tracker. 0-1, and Cloutier pops it up to center field. We are tagging at third. Can we score the run home? Is it on time? Pretty much on time, but it is offline. Nolan Arenado scores. The Rockies will yet again walk this thing off. I'm telling you, man, this team is... it's on fire. This team's on fire. We find ways to win. We hang in there as long as we possibly can, and we find ways to win. So, guys, that win was crucial because against the San Diego Padres, we will win that series 2-1. We lost game 162, but in my sims, playing that game or simulating that game would not have mattered. We made the playoffs anyway, thanks to the win against Cincinnati, because I guess the Padres lost a game during that same week where we got an extra win picked up. So, yeah, pretty crazy how it all played out, but we are in the postseason. We punched our ticket as we scroll past the awards for the season and really didn't have that much to write home about with our guys, any of our Rocky players. No rookies of the year. We got some Gold Glove consideration. I don't think we had a true winner of the Gold Glove for any position. You take a look. Actually, there you go. So Nolan Arenado is a winner. 1,000 fielding percentage at third base. He was perfect at the hot corner. I mean, what? How do you do that? Tovar comes in second place. We got Daxon Jett finishing in third in left field. And Matt Vierling winning. He's back with the Phillies. That's pretty crazy. That's funny. Sal Frelick, Tatis Jr. We got Silver Slugger Awards. CJ Abrams, O'Hoppe finishing in second, which is kind of like a little cheat code there because he did most of his work with the Angels. We did get Michael Toglia winning at first base. So that was huge too. So we did pick up a little hardware here. We got 1 Gold Glove winner, 1 honorable mention, and Daxon Jett finishing in third in Gold Glove for left field, and then Toglia, of course, winning first place, and Logan O'Hoppe finishing in second. Maybe, just maybe, if he was here the whole way through in Coors Field all season long, maybe he would have won it. Right? Maybe. So we do get postseason action here. Game number 1, guys. We're going to jump right in. We get the Cubs here in the wild card, and boosh. Goodbye, baseball. Absolutely tattooed in the Chicago night sky. 416 on the distance for Chris Gentry. Remember, this was a guy that we acquired in the offseason with a trade with the Royals. We traded Brenton Doyle, so we traded speed and defense in center for power at the corners in Chris Gentry. And again, we have a Brenton Doyle, quote-unquote Brenton Doyle, in Daxon Jett. I mean, the guy finished in third in the left field vote for Gold Glove. Love it. So your Chicago Cubs lineup is fairly weak. Take a look here. Michael Busch hitting this over Chris Gentry's head, but again, this might have been where I screwed up earlier in the highlight reel, because Joe Adell made the play in left, but Gentry's making plays in right, thanks to hitting your cutoff man. Doubling people up, right? No double up here, but the point still remains. Great throw, great relay all the way around, and nab the runner at home. All right, top of the third, 0-2 pitch. Tom Cloutier base hit. Chris Gentry comes up here in the same inning. We'll see if he can do some more damage against Bieber, and he does just that. Shoots it into the right center field gap. That will definitely score Cloutier all the way from first. And take a look at Gentry. He's not stopping. Had a little bobble there at the Ivy. And it's another triple for Gentry. That's 2 in this video for Chris Gentry. 2 triples. He's really coming on. Everybody loves it with the Rockies dugout. Why wouldn't we? Full count pitch here to Daxton Jett, who draws a walk just a little too tight. High and in. We got runners on the corners. And then the former Chicago Cub against Bieber. Oh, he takes this one. It's a strike. It's 0-2. Daxton Jett does get into scoring position, though. Gets out of the double play. Sometimes we hit into one with Schwarber a little too often. But Schwarbs, perfect, perfect. Is it going to go? Is it got enough carry? It does. Goodbye, baseball. 5-0 Rockies here in game 1. 110 on the exit velo. Absolutely smoked by Schwarber. And now we finally get to see a little bit of a cut up here from Nick Lodolo. Ground ball here after a strikeout. Nice little flip from Cloutier over to Tovar. Back to first is a 4-6-3 double play. Lodolo walks off the bottom of the 4th. And then we get another double play here. Another little flip. Tovar back over to first. Got him just in time. One step, he would have been safe. But Lodolo walks off of the 5th. Let's jump now to the bottom of the 6th. He's still out there striking people out. Making people miss. Another K right there. Lodolo is feeling it. That is number 5 of the ball game. Still bottom 6th. 1-1 pitch. Gentry fly ball. He's got that one. Easy does it. Lodolo is through 6 innings and is scoreless. He's got a quality start. Full count here to Bellinger. Another double play. These guys are twisting and turning. That is 3 double plays so far in this game. 6-4-3 variety in the top of the 7th. And then we get Kobe Mayo, who goes deep. That's a solo shot, making it 5-1. And I think at this point, we don't really want to mess around. Lodolo and his night is done. Even though he pitched so incredibly well, those double plays really helped the pitch count. But I think we got to turn to the bullpen here. As much as I really, really deeply wanted Lodolo to go like 8, I think we got to do the smart thing and just get Nava in here and get some experience, get some postseason experience in a 4-run game. He does get a strikeout there. That's a clutch strikeout. And then we got Schwarber, deep drive to left center field. That's going to go off the wall. And he's shooting for 2. The big boy lumbering into second base. Slides in head first for a leadoff double. 2 outs. Tovar goes right center field as well. Schwarber going on contact with 2 outs. Definitely gave him a little head start there. 6-1, we get that solo home run back. It's a 5-run game. And, of course, Chicago will get an extra run that we didn't show because it's pointless. We win 6-2. Robert Suarez comes on, shuts this thing down with a strikeout. And the Rockies will get a game number 1 victory here in the 2028 postseason. So season 4 is going very, very well. Very, very well. I thought we had a really good offseason. Going after Chris Gentry, making that trade for him, acquiring Joe Adell, getting Nick Lodolo in here. I think this team is poised for a deep, deep run this season. I'm going to leave you guys with that, with game number 1. We do simulate game number 2, but I'll show you that in a live stream. That's how this series is now going to move, is moving into a live stream format. So that way we can kind of move through this series, get it wrapped up, put a capstone on it, and say goodbye as we get ready for MLB The Show 26. So I hope you guys enjoyed the upload format, because now we're moving into live stream. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Like, we might not win this series, and that's fine. We might not have won it through upload, but I think we can just have a little more enjoyment, more sim as well, and just get through a lot more seasons than what we have been to really kind of wrap this series up. So hope you guys are cool with that. I know it kind of breaks up the structure of the series a little bit, but we fell behind as my breaks and time off and health and all this stuff and job and commitments and things like that kind of took over the last 3 months where I wasn't uploading Rockies franchise. And it's just been a very, very, very slow series. So as my way of apologizing to you guys, the fans, the community of the channel, we are going to move this into a live stream and just kind of get it in and get it done, and test the metal live stream wise versus upload. So we'll go live here next week at some point. I will let you guys know inside of the Discord and on a community tab post, and just be looking out for the notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, thank you so much for watching. Go Rockies, and peace.